Home security is a fundamental aspect in people's life since the place where they seek refuge and tranquility and protection. However, the increasing incidence of robberies of houses and rooms have generated a climate of insecurity that affects the qualities of life of the communities. This phenomenon not only causes moral losses but also deep emotional impact on the victims and on the perception of security of an entire community. In this context, the prevalent needs are assessed to implement strategies and actions that contribute to preventing and reducing death from houses and rooms. It is essential to address this problem from a comprehensive perspective, which includes both physical security measures and prevention awareness and community strengthening actions.
Third home history. Thief has been a constant concern since ancient times. Win houses took care of security until today with advanced protection systems. Robberies have evolved and become more comfortable over time. During the Industrial Revolutions, increased urbanizations provide more opportunities for thieves. In the 21st century, technology enabled new methods of theft, such as the use of automobiles and special tools. Currently, despite technological advances in security, theft are still frequent in Mexico. Robberies are part of everyday life and affect both homes and pedestrians. Yucatan, although relatively safe compared to other regions, also faces robbery problems due to factions and social inequality and proximity to high crime states. Authorities have implemented measures to combat these situations, but challenges remain, especially in areas soon under Juan Pablo subdivisions, where residents live in fear due to criminal gang activity.
For several years, the state of Yucatan has suffered from various insecurity challenges. Those include theft that affect its visitors and residents. Although Yucatan has been categorized as one of the safest states in Mexico, robberies continue to be a problem that require a solution and attention from the authorities. These factors such as the lack of economic opportunities, social inequality, impunity, and drug use increase the robberies in the region. Despite these challenges, state and municipal authorities have implemented various strategies to combat and reduce robbery rates in Yucatan. Those include strengthening the police presence, implementing crime prevention programs, collaborating with civil society, and using technology to improve surveillance and emergency response. However, it's necessary to continue working on preventing and combating crime to guarantee the well-being of those who live and visit this beautiful region. Currently, there's an area in the city that has been the eye of the storm for criminal bands and organized gangs of thieves who seek to strip people from their material goods. This area is known as Juan Pablo II, a subdivision that's been the eye for these criminal organizations. Despite that, the authorities continue to make a good work, and we hope we can help them.
The increasing incidence of home robberies in the Juan Pablo II area of Merida, Yucatan represents a significant concern for residents and local authorities. These incidents not only affect the safety and tranquility of the inhabitants, but also generate a climate of insecurity and mistrust in the community. Context: the Juan Pablo II area in Mérida, Yucatan is known for being a diverse residential area characterized by a mix of single-family and multi-family homes. Despite its relative tranquility in recent years, it has experienced an alarming increase in cases of home robberies, which has generated of concern among residents and has put local authorities on alert. Problematic. Home robberies represent a series of worrying characteristics. These crimes usually occur during the day and night, taking advantage of residents' absence, whether for work, study, or vacation. Criminals, in many cases, enter homes by forcing doors or windows, or taking advantage of the lack of adequate security systems. Impact. The impact of these thefts goes beyond material loss. In addition to the economic damage caused by the theft of valuables, residents suffer a significant emotional impact, experiencing fear, anxiety, and serious of vulnerability in their own home. Furthermore, the recurrence of these incidents affects the perception of security in the community, which can have negative consequences of the quality of life and well-being of the inhabitants. To learn more about the issue and how it was affect the residents' point of view of security, we decided to create a survey tour where they can tell us if they have any experience of robbery or have heard something criminal similar. This will serve as an indicator to know the percentage of people affected by these criminal acts.
Why we chose this theme? We chose this theme for three reasons. The first is local relevance. Juan Pablo II has experienced an increment of home robberies. This affects the peace and security from residents in the zone. Second reason is social impact. The home robberies not only gives material losses, but to give to an emotional and psychological impact from victims and community in general. The third reason is adaptation. The insecurity in the zone is a problematic, but to a political security deficits and prevent the crime to local level.
Primarily our jobs in the information the community about the magnitude of the rewards problems, as well and its cause and consequence has such we want to identify concrete measures that can be implemented that prevent and reduce them by involving various sectors such as local authorities, residents, and community organizations. By addressing insecurity in this area, we seek to restore the inhabited sense of security and well-being, promoting a safer and calmer environment in which to live. That's it. We want this in some proposal so that the problem is mostly reduced and then the community can have a decent life beside on that. Extensive research, coached data and statistics on home burglaries in the area to support and proposal with solid evidence. We want to grab and experiences from citizens what have suffered or seen these types of situations. Viralization of the topic. expanding information to run digital media such as social network, Facebook and Instagram, about the magnitude of this problem in conjunction with physical materials such as banners and brochures that contain relevant information.
The legal framework refers to the phase of law regulation and legal provision that govern in Mexico. This framework covers various areas such as civil, criminal, administrative law, tax, and environmental law, among others. It is essential to maintain order and coexistence in society, as well as to guarantee the rights and duties of citizens and regulation between individuals, companies, and the states. The political constitution of the United Mexican States is the cornerstone of the legal framework, since it establishes the fundamental principle of the state human rights, the structure of governmental and the distributor of the competence among public authorities. In addition to the Constitution, there are federal and local laws that complement and develop its provisions in the specific areas. The legal framework also includes the international treaties right by Mexico, which are part of domestic laws and have a constitutional right. These phrases cover issues such as human rights, international trade, environmental protection, and international cooperation.
Penal Code of the State of Yucatan. Importance for young people. Knowing the Penal Code of the State of Yucatan helps to identify the types of crimes, their penalties, and what each one consists of. It is essential for youth, as it can be useful in case of fencing of when facing a crime. Although it the impossible to memorize every article, learning the essential is essential. Currently, many people are unaware of their rings and how they handle criminal situation. As cities and populations grow, should robberies making it crucial to promote the prevention of these crimes. Classification of crimes in the Penal Code of the State of Yucatan. Instant crimes. Article 10. They are commemorated at the time of carrying out the elements of the crime. Example: robberies executed instantly, where the thief enters and leaves with the objects without violence. Grades of crimes. Article 13. They include quality robbery, considered serious regard of the blue stole, affecting the integrity and belongings the victim. Breaking and entering. Article 236. Entering at home without permission in the trespassing, with penalties of 3 months to 6 years in prison. This crime violates the right to privacy and is common in home burglaries. Article 329. Definition. Disposition of the immobile property occurs when some occupies or uses another's property without consent, by the temptation of furtively or pretension the enjoyment of another's real ring. Penalty from 3 months to 3 years in prison. Theft in the Penal Code of the States of Yucatan. Article 313. Definition: theft of community belonging who takes possession of another's property without the ring of consent of the owner. Importance: theft involves taking of their people's object without permission, beginning of the illegal act. This article is crucial to understanding the lay framework for property protection. Classification and cessation of crimes in the Penal Code of the States of Yucatan. Article 331. Equities of theft and punishes the intentional distraction for one's property in the possession of another person without his or her consent. Article 332. The theft is complete when the agent has the stolen object, even if the head abandons it later. Article 334. The amount of the theft it is estimated according the intrinsic value of the stolen object. Article 335. Quality theft. 1. Is the commercial establishments of homes. 5. In the college place. 7. At night, with weapons, breaking, excavation, cleaving, or in a groups. 8. Parts of vehicles or objects stored in them. Additional penalty of 1 to 5 years in prison. Article 338. 10 to 20 years in prison for 1. Theft of motor vehicle. 3. Dismantling or making of stolen vehicle parts. 4. Disposal or trafficking of stolen vehicles. 6. Use of stolen vehicles to commit other crimes. These articles detail the penalties depending of the severity and circumstance of the theft, including the use the vehicle of crimes.
Anonymous Report 089089 is available 24 hours and days 365 days a year for reports of drugs dealings, domestic violence, kidnapping, abuse, homicide, robberies, rapes, gangs activity, document forgery, weapons, explosive, corruption, among others. It does not identify the number of the person calling of the request, their name, or information that puts their physical integrity at risk. The report is channeled to responsible agency so that they can act if necessary. Merida Police 942-0060 State Attorney General's Officers 066-9303-200 Public Security Secretariat 060-9340-3200 Promoting the culture of reporting is crucial for several fundamental reasons. First, it promotes accountability and transparency in institutes and society in general. When people feel safe to report illegal, corrupt, or unfair activities, it creates an environment in which those responsible can be identified and brought to justice. Furthermore, a report culture is essential to protecting human rights and preventing violence and abuse and discrimination of victims and these acts might feel afraid ashamed to speak out, but there is sometimes someone to support and promote reporting. These people can receive the support and just they deserve. It's also important to note that reporting can help prevent the repetition of harmful behavior when inappropriate or illegal behavior is reported. It sends a clear message that such actions will not be tolerated, which can deter others from committing similar acts in the future. In addition, it can contribute to the continued improvement of organization and society as well by receiving feedback on problems and areas for improvement. Institutions and can identify and address underlying issues which can lead to positive change and growth. However, it's important to note fostering reports culture is not enough on its own. It is also critical to ensure that safeguards and mechanisms are in place to protect whistleblowers from relation and ensure that their concerns are taken seriously and properly investigate. It's important to take security measures to prevent home vulgarity for several case reasons. First, protecting your home is vital to the safety of you and your family. Is a vulgarity can result in significant material and emotional losses. Furthermore, it can create a sense of insecurity and violation of privacy that affect the psychological well-being of a resident. Vulgarities can compromise the sense of the community and those in the neighborhood, as they affect the perception of safety for all residents. Finally, prevents vulgarity through appropriate security measures can also help avoid the cumbersome legal and financial problems associated with recovery stolen property and repairing property damage. What did it in the project? Handouts, flyers, and posters, and as well help Jennifer at.
And why do we conclude with this? The responsibility of being an activist citizen lies with us. We can generate great change with our enthusiastic participation and thus achieve the reduction or prevention of problems that affect our society. With this work, we learn about our rights, responsibilities, and the functioning of our local and national government. Citizen participation involves community activities such as city council meetings, citizen action groups, and voting in elections. This contributes to the time and skills in volunteer projects that benefit the community. Defending cause that matter through awareness, participation in campaigns, and pressure on legislators to take action is part of a community empowerment and that produce the result of working to strengthen the community, encouraging inclusion, diversity, and collaboration between neighbors. Following the above, we can become a role model by practicing ethics, respect, and responsibility in our daily lives, as well as staying informed about topics relevant to the search for opportunities to expand our knowledge and skills. It is important to remember that change can be gradual, but each action counts to make a difference in the environment.
That unsurprising response were analyzed and organized into 4 groups, citing crucial information of home robbery in the Merida, 72.7%. Of citizens report being victims of home robbery, the alarm situation. Over 50% have implemented protection in their home, something prepare them for potential criminals. More than half report the incident contribution to a safe community. The most commonly stolen items are useful applications of dismantling and the sold for protein. The film challenge the project is going with minimal result so far. Cities participation is the key to improve safety and the security in the two, and giving up is not an opinion.